So when we think about the prices for Cutco, obviously a really big focus is going to be on those payment plans like we talked about before. Being able to have no interest investment options for our customers, it makes it so much easier for them to budget and get what they actually need, get what they actually want by fitting it into their budget. But one of the things you have to understand is that our customers see us as the expert. And so our confidence, our belief, our mindset, our expectations, it influences them in a lot of very subtle ways that sometimes can be hard to put your finger on. But the simple answer is this: if you can't wrap your head around that amount of money, it's harder for your customers to as well. That's for sure. And for a lot of our representatives, they've just not spent this kind of money on things for their kitchen or things for their home. Hell, a lot of times people aren't even in a home yet. So sometimes it's going to be hard to understand. So when you think about how much do the sets really cost, let's kind of break this down for a minute, just to kind of talk about, in comparison to some things that you might be used to spending money on, what would that actually get you in Cutco? Let's start off with the complete set, the ultimate set, because honestly, that's the set that I think most customers should end up with eventually. Some people build up to it over time, but a lot of people like to take advantage of the bigger discount by just getting it all at once because the sets are so heavily discounted, they save a fortune. When you take that complete set and you break it down on a 5 pay after tax and admin fee and everything else, it's going to be around $625 a month. Now, $625 for some of y'all might feel like a really large amount of money. I'm not saying it isn't. But if you divide that by 4.5 weeks in a month, that's kind of an average. Some months have 5, some have 4. So let's say 4.5 weeks per month. You're coming down to $139 a week. Now, I think all of you would agree that, heck, a couple sales or just off your base pay, $139 is not quite as scary a number. Now, we don't have a weekly payment plan, but I think y'all get the idea. What that really comes down to is $19.85 per day. So when you think about what less than $20 actually represents, well, right down the street from my office at Preston and Forest, I'm hungry. So we're going to do some food examples here. There's a Shake Shack. All right. Shake Shack is pretty good. My meal at Shake Shack, they've got their hot fries, get a vanilla shake, and their avocado bacon burger. So the meal I like at Shake Shack is going to be over $20. So for me, an ultimate set represents eating out lunch at Shake Shack. Now, again, it doesn't necessarily mean that people go to Shake Shack every single day, but for perspective, do most people stress that much if they want to grab lunch there? Not really. And in fact, a lot of people eat out pretty much every day, guilty as charged. Let's look at the signature set. Now, the signature set, you're at, after tax, after admin fee, and tax rates do vary a bit here and there, but we're around $450. How's that? If we do the same and divide that by 4.5 weeks per month, on average, we're at $100 a week. We're at under $15 a day, $14.28 a day. What does that actually look like in your world? Well, in my world, it looks like Chipotle. I bet I eat Chipotle twice a week. You get your burrito. Sure, I know the guac's extra, all right, but it's good. Get some chips, get yourself a drink, some iced tea or something like that. And I'm at $14.50 just for Chipotle. And I do this, I guarantee you, at least twice a week. There's one just right up the street from my office. And come on, Chipotle. It's so good. You got to. So, a signature set to a Mac customer that in a lot of y'all's cases is making 10 to 100 times your income, that's Chipotle for them. Actually, for them, it's a lot less, all right, just as a percentage of their income. When we look at the homemaker set, you're around $300 on that 5 pay after tax, plus or minus a little bit. If we do that same divide by 4.5, we're at $100 a week. Y'all, $957 a day. Okay, $957 a day. Now, what does that look like for me? Well, you gotta love Chick-fil-A, all right? Get you that spicy chicken sandwich, the fries, and their lemonade. The lemonade's really good. If you haven't had it, you should treat yourself. We're right at about that $9, $10 just for lunch at Chick-fil-A. That's what a homemaker set is. And you think about, a lot of y'all are comfortable and you do this all the time. You spend this money all the time. You go to Chick-fil-A and you go to these other places. And again, in most cases, you're earning a fraction of what our average clients are. Not even Big Macs, just homeowners, married people, middle-aged people. So again, to them, is this a scary amount of money? No, it's not. But if you act like it's a scary amount of money because you get kind of hung up on the big number without sort of appreciating what it actually comes down to, they do this for a couple months and they have this forever and their kids use it and their grandkids use it. The value proposition is crazy. Let's think about a galley set. Now we're really getting down cheap. Okay. We're at like $220 a month. Y'all, $220 a month, $48 a week. Are you kidding me? That's $6.85 a day. What does that look like for me? How about we go to Subway and we get the All-American Club? By the way, that's no drink. that's no chips, and that's a 6-inch. Now, again, I know prices are going to kind of vary maybe in different parts of the country, but I think y'all get the idea. You add tax on there, we're over our 685, or at least we're right at it. A galley set is a 6-inch sub, and that's without getting the chips. And you know you want some sun chip. That's going to add on an entertainer pack when you get your sun chips. Let's look at the next set. Where are we at? The essential set. Guys, now it's getting crazy cheap. $172 a month on that 5-pay. That's wild. And literally anyone could do that. Y'all could do that easily. And you know how I know you could do that easily is because you're talking about $38 a week just off your base pay. That's like, I don't know, 2 appointments a week, something like that. $5.42 a day. Do y'all honestly think that anyone we're seeing, anyone that is over 30 with a job is afraid to spend $5 a day? Because they're not. If they are, they're probably unemployed, and we shouldn't have done a demo for them anyway. All love and respect. They'll be a great customer eventually. But guys, $5.42 a day. What is that? It's a caramel frappuccino. You know, I'm more of a cafe mocha guy myself, but one of my staff members loves a caramel frappuccino. We're coming in higher. All right. We're at almost $6, but you kind of get the idea there. Again, a customer, just someone buying an essential set. That's just like going to Starbucks every day. And again, some people don't do Starbucks every day, but you'll get the idea. They do whatever that equivalent is, but $5 a day is nothing. That's not something that's scary. Y'all, we don't care what set people get. We just want to hook people up with a set because the sets are going to save them a lot of money. They're much safer. They have safe storage. They're super heavily discounted, and it's going to give them the right tool for the right job. You're just serving your customers at a higher level of the set, even a smaller set. So what about a kitchenette set? A kitchenette set, $102 a month on that 5-pay. We're practically giving this thing away. The kitchenette was the first set I ever sold, my second training appointment. We're at $22 a week, and that is $3.14 a day. $3 a day, and someone can have a set of Cutco. What does that look like? Honestly, it's hard to do $3 a day. Okay, so I still came in too high, but just going to Target and getting a Sprite and some M&Ms, you know, I still came in at $3.88. I came too high. Sorry, guys. The kitchenette is too cheap. My snacks were higher than that, and so the thing I just want to make sure you guys understand, and you don't have to like break down a slideshow with your customers. That's not the point. But I want you to understand how affordable this is, how worth it is, because when you're sold, they will be sold too. The last 4 letters of enthusiasm are IASM. I am sold myself. Put yourself in the position of your customers. Think how much it's going to help and serve them, how every family deserves something safe, sanitary, and usable, how their grandkids are going to use this, how you're supporting American manufacturing and American workers, and how it's putting you closer to your goals. Make sure that you don't just talk about sets with a lot of confidence, but you really promote that 5-pay because it's going to make all the difference in the world.